Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 39 of Dual Destinies. Last time, we managed to prove that Marlon Rhymes was behind Jack Shipley's death. However, it was purely accidental. He was trying to save Jack, but then basically he lost his grip, and then Jack fell to his death. But now basically he's been rehabilitated, and everyone gets to live happily ever after. So now, we're moving on to the third case, Turnabout Academy. So anyways, let's go. It's okay, sorry we couldn't wait for you, but we didn't want to be late for our meeting.
Luckily for you, the person we're supposed to meet also seems to be running late. Mr. Wright, Mr. Justice, it seems Professor Court has yet to arrive. How unprofessional of her to keep visitors to our esteemed institution waiting like this. I shall make her right, I will not. Oh, who do we have here?
Oh right, you haven't been introduced yet.
Ah yes, you must be the young lady Mr. Wright was telling me about. I am Aristotle Means, a professor at this hallowed hall of learning. I oversee the lawyer's course here. It is a pleasure to meet you.
I'm Athena Sykes. I just recently got my attorney's badge myself. It's nice to meet you too.
How wonderful, so vigorous and vicarious and vivacious. You just earned yourself a gold star.
Wow, thanks! That big smile of his is kinda scary, though.
Looks like the mock trial's about to begin. What are we gonna do about our meeting?
Oh, speaking of the mock trial, do either of you know what it's about?
Oh, but I thought we had sent a pamphlet to your office.
Right, the pamphlet. Whatever happened to that? You won't be seeing it again. Trucy used it for the old rip it up and restore it trick. Unfortunately, it didn't work as advertised.
Too bad Trucy didn't use that on the credit card bills. Well, it seems I had better explain the situation then.
Thank you, Professor.
Actually, no, we gotta present the badge. Excellent way of presenting your badge. Good arm movement. What magnificent presentation technique. Both your timing and speed were impeccable.
Speed? You mean speed's important when presenting evidence too?
Absolutely! The speed and approach angle theorems are the first things we teach here. Yeah, I could just imagine, they bring out a full-on quadratic, a full-on differential calculus equation, basically. Differential equations, a full-on differential equation-esque format, basically just throwing out all stuff, just to see the angle of presenting evidence.
Cannot talk today.
I believe Mr. Wright and others like him already make extensive use of them.
You do, boss? Well, to some degree, I guess.
And don't forget, this is the same school that Sebastian graduated from, so basically nothing they do is legit. Sebastian. Sebastian, he committed suicide in an art museum because he wanted to be fancy! I am the best! I make no mistakes!
It never even crossed my mind. This lawyer thing is deeper than I thought.
Yeah, I could just imagine basically Sebastian, even with all Blaze's bribes and the like, basically he failed the entrance exam to the school so badly that the only way that Blaze could get Sebastian admitted was by basically striking up some deal to basically preserve the prosecutor course's legitimacy. Just have Sebastian go in, just his uniform's just the defense attorney's course's uniform, just to basically make it look like, okay, this kid was just some indecisive student. He didn't know where he was going. Basically, he was a defense attorney student, but then he wanted to be a prosecutor at the last second. Just go off on that. Themis Legal Academy. Now, does anyone have any questions?
I do, Professor. Could you tell me all about your school?
What an excellent question. Here's a gold star for asking. Our academy has 3 courses to choose from. Students seeking to be lawyers take the lawyer course. Likewise, budding prosecutors take the prosecutor course, and future judges the judges course.
Wow, you have everything here for someone who wants to seriously pursue a career in law.
Yes, well, that's what makes our school special. And today even more so. After all, we are to be treated to a lecture by the legendary attorney Phoenix Wright. We can't wait to hear all about his return to the legal profession.
You're giving a lecture, Mr. Wright? But you're not even a professor.
Yeah, Phoenix is gonna teach him bluffing 101.
Haha,
yeah, well, I'm just giving them what they want.
Okay, forgot to turn the timer on. Did you even know you were meant to be giving a lecture here today?
Yeah, sort of, but I came early because I was supposed to have a meeting with the head of the judge course, Constance Court. It's been a whirlwind of a morning. Let's leave it at that. Don't even ask me what happened when I tried to use the bathroom, okay? Let's just say the boys at the school are really assertive. They grabbed me and they shoved me in a trash can. They threw me down the stairs, and then some who were already at the bottom, they grabbed me out of the trash can, pulled me out, took me up to the front, and drug me up by the flagpole. And then the marching band came by. The boys here are organized to a T. It's scary, Mr. Wright. Professor Court. She is a wonderful instructor, but quite unpunctual. Oh, so that's who's late. From what I've heard, our esteemed Mr. Wright here is scheduled to hold a training seminar tomorrow, in addition to today's lecture.
A training seminar for lawyers? What exactly does that involve?
Why, the ancient art of bluffing. Why, it involves the very skills that make a lawyer a lawyer. The R angle when shouting objection, the proper way to strike the podium, how to project one's voice, and most importantly, how to bluff your way to victory. Huh? Who exactly do you want me to teach stuff like that to again? What a wonderful question. You just earned yourself a gold star. The great honor of taking a seminar by a famous lawyer and a famous prosecutor. That is what is at stake in this mock trial, the crown jewel of a school festival. The mock trial in question is a prestigious event that every student aspires to win. The top student in the lawyer course and the top student in the prosecutor course face off in a simulated court case set in this very school. As for the case itself, now I can only imagine what the mock trial was like when Sebastian was at the school, because basically, given that Sebastian got the coat, Sebastian got the coat that was basically given out to the top people in the class, basically. I can imagine that Sebastian was chosen as the student for his prosecutor's court, for his school festival's mock trial, and basically it was an absolute train wreck. Just Blaze, I don't know this kid. Boo! Get off the stand, you suck! Just Blaze bring that giant trash can just for hawking trash at Sebastian. Get off the stage! You suck! No one loves you! Thanks for the support, Pops! We select the best script written by a judge course student and base our case on that.
Ooh, a one-on-one battle. How thrilling.
So if the student trying to be a lawyer wins, they get to take my training seminar. But what if the other student wins? I'm not a prosecutor, so there's no cause for alarm. We have a famous prosecutor ready for just such a case. But exactly who it is, well, that is a special surprise.
A famous prosecutor? No, it can't be. Professor Means, forgive me for interrupting you and your guests. I'm Juniper Woods, a senior in the judge course. Professor, the trial will begin shortly, since you'll be delivering the pre-trial speech. Would you mind waiting up in the balcony until we're ready to go?
My, how very organized you are, Juniper. You will just earn yourself a gold star, too. But what about Professor Court? Well, I suppose she'll eventually arrive. Now then, I trust you will look after our visitors, Juniper?
Yes, of course, Professor Means. Juniper Woods, is that you? Athena, I almost didn't recognize you. I didn't know you were back from Europe. Wait, you two know each other? Now that's a coincidence. We've known each other since we were kids. We're like best friends, right, Junie? Yes, well, we lived close to each other, so we used to play in the forest together. Yeah, like a lot. Why won't she look at me? I guess I shouldn't be surprised since we haven't seen each other in a long time.
Anyways, we're supposed to go wait in the waiting room, right? Not that I wouldn't mind taking in the mock trial you're putting on today. Yeah, I get to go and tell the people, huh? This is not how we do it in the real world. I get to be the big dog for once.
Unfortunately, the mock trial is only for students and faculty. There is one seat reserved for Mr. Wright, but no other exceptions are allowed.
Yes, I'm very sorry, but it is all part of the student curriculum after all. I hope you won't mind remaining in the waiting room until the trial concludes. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping to learn something new today, and then I wouldn't. Yeah, though I could imagine if Phoenix allowed Apollo to basically give the lecture in his place. Just about, you want to know what being a lawyer is all about? You think that it's all about going into the courtroom, shouting objection and saving the day? You think that you're going to get some cute young assistant helping you out who's going to become your best friend? No, you're going to get none of that. You know what you're going to get? You're going to go to your first case. Mr. Wright, he's going to be the defendant. And you're going to try and defend him. You're going to try and defend him. You're going to accuse Olga Rayleigh. You're going to accuse her. You got all the evidence. You got everything going for you. Your boss is supporting you. But then before you know it, Mr. Wright brings in a forged playing card that he has his daughter give you. And then before you know it, you're getting your boss arrested. You're jobless. You're working for Mr. Wright after some emotional blackmail. And then your life just goes downhill from there.
I'll tell you what, Apollo. Why don't you take my place?
What? Really?
Sure, besides, I'd like to meet with Professor Court as soon as she gets here. Aw, no fair, I want to see the mock trial too. Sorry, I'm gonna let Apollo pull what little rank he has, if it's okay what the professor means. Look at Apollo. He looks like he's ready to rebel against me, Athena. He looks like he's ready to give me another weak-ass punch. Yeah, Apollo, one of Phoenix's lessons. Okay, so if you want to punch someone, you gotta yell "take that" while doing it, in order for the punch to have maximum impact. But of course, Mr. Wright, if that is what you wish. It's settled then. We'll expect a full and detailed report, Apollo, so pay attention. Tisk, being the new kid sure stinks. If you would please follow me, I'll escort you down to the waiting room on the first floor. October 24th, 2:15 p.m., Themis Legal Academy. First floor waiting room. Still no Professor Court. It's been over 30 minutes. And Mr. Wright snoozing away on the sofa. This is so boring. I should have hid in the lecture hall and spied on the mock trial. Eek! What was that? October 24th, Themis Legal Academy. First floor hallway. Yeah, believe it or not, that yawn was actually a legit yawn. Athena, I could have sworn I just heard something fall down and break. If you go running now, they'll think it was you. Well, it wasn't me. I think it came from somewhere outside. Oh, well, we better go have a look, seeing as everyone else is in the lecture hall. Okay. You love how they include the guilty dogs. Basically, include a PSA on Winston Payne, just what not to do. Is this stage for some sort of concert? It kind of reminds you of a courtroom. Wait, Athena, behind the witness stand. What? Eek! Professor Court, can you hear me? Professor! Wait, that's who we were supposed to be meeting with? It looks like our meeting's been canceled for us. No, wait, this can't be real.
I called the police.
They should be here soon. I'll go tell everyone in the lecture hall, too.
No, wait. They'll find out soon enough once the police get here. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Yeah, just Phoenix. Rule 101 of being him. I do my own investigation. Do you think I'm trusting the police?
Huh? Are we even allowed to do that?
It's no big deal as long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus, no, never mind. Anyways, we should look around while the scene's still fresh. I have to forge evidence, Athena. Give me my pack of playing cards.
Oh, but okay, you're the boss.
Oh, a shiny new attorney's badge. Brings back memories.
I've heard that countless people live in dread of your pointer finger. Were you really that scary back then, Mr. Wright?
Strike one. I've always been just as you see me here.
A harmless sheep in wolf's clothing.
Strike two.
Do you have an old picture of yourself? Wait, never mind. I'm not sure I want to see it.
Strike three. You're out. In addition to checking the body, we should also check the area around it. But we don't have much time. Check only what you can. Nervous, Athena?
Yes, I mean, no. Apollo didn't bat an eye at the alderman's body turn that case in Ninetales-vale.
That's because I put Apollo through the ringer. Frankly, by the time Apollo got to that point in his life, Athena, basically, I have mentally numbed him.
I can't let him show me up. I can do this. Just take a deep breath and focus. So, Professor Court was...
Yep, the professor I was here to meet with. Turns out she wasn't running late after all.
How awful. Here she was lying dead and we thought she was late. What was that you were saying before, boss? You never finished.
Oh, that? Don't worry, I'll fill you in later. But right now, let's focus on the investigation, okay?
Okay, sure. Ugh, the suspense is killing me. We should start by studying the body. I wonder where the best angle for this.
Fine. Ruin our fun.
I guess I really do have to examine the body. Let's take his shoes. Well, guess I better get used to stuff like this if I want to be a full-fledged lawyer.
Take her shoes. Notice anything strange about the body? Take a deep breath and take a good look.
Well, now that you mention it, there's no blood around it.
Yet the victim's body is cold and rigor mortis has already started to dissipate. It would appear that quite some time has passed since Professor Court was murdered. Thing is, the quad was packed with students up until the start of the mock trial.
Wait, then doesn't that mean she was killed at a different location? Oh, I know, the killer moved the body here while everyone was in the lecture hall.
That's a definite possibility. Notice anything else?
Her arms are raised over her head, and there are dark bruises around her wrists.
Yeah, the professor was probably tied up with something.
Eventually, her wrists were unbound, and as she reached up to stretch, she was killed.
Actually, I'm not so sure about this theory. Well, there's not exactly a lot to go on. Yeah, who was that who was making that theory? Okay. Yeah, it was Athena.
There's an arrow stuck in her side. Gunshot wounds and stab wounds are pretty common, but arrow wounds?
This is a homicide any way you slice it. In other words, we have a murder on our hands.
A murder? Here? So that makes this arrow the murder weapon. Well, that and the bow that shot it.
Right, but where could the killer have shot at her from? The stage is a sea of obstructions. I know expert on archery, but it can't be easy to hit a target with this much stuff around.
Would it be possible to kill someone by stabbing them with an arrow?
I'm not sure. Guess we better do some more investigating before jumping to conclusions. What do we have here? A book? I'm guessing it fell out of her chest pocket.
Wait, what if it's a diary? That's the most private thing a girl has.
True, but considering the situation at hand, my apologies to the late Professor Court.
No, don't! Looks more like a planner than a diary. Every page seems to have the same sword mark printed on it. I still think a girl deserves her privacy, but this may help us solve the case. I think that's about all we're gonna find out from the body now. Nice work, Athena. Your face only turned 5 shades of pale. I was expecting 50. We should probably take a picture of the crime scene just in case. Okay, I'm on it. Say cheese! Yeah, and then cue the K selfie. Cheese, and I thought I was the one with the twisted sense of humor. I think that should do it. Alright, let's take a better look around the area while we wait for the police to arrive. This pile of rubble sticks out like a sore thumb. Looks like broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of the noise we heard. There were supposedly 2 statues on the stage. I seem to recall hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Arts Club had made them. A cood! Yeah, the spirit of Sebastian's haunting me in this case. There were 2, then that thing over there is the remains of the other statue. This could be related to the case. Let's take a closer look. Wonder what this was a statue of. Whatever it was reddish purple in color. When Apollo and I first got here, both statues were already here, but they were covered up. I bet they were willing to unveil them when the school festival moved here to the stage. You mean this duffel bag looking thing was actually being used to cover the statues? I guess that just leaves the question, were they broken by accident or purpose? What a puzzle this is. There's something buried in the rubble. The Themis Herald! Wait, we shouldn't disturb it. Let's just read what we can. Final acting toward love triangle centered on campus she-devil Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer course genius and hard-blooded prosecutor course student will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black heart. Hugh O'Connor has declared that he will confess to her if he wins. Wait, what? I seriously wish I hadn't read that. You find that more shocking than discovering a murder victim's body? I know Junie. She would never have a love triangle. But we're talking about my friend Junie here. She never lead guys on like that. Athena, you don't believe everything you read, do you? Yeah, now Athena confronts Juniper. Junie, what are you doing being a thought? This article is clearly written with malicious intent. I'm not buying a word of it. You're right, but still disturbing, even if it's third-rate tabloid material. Mr. Right, Athena! Oh, here comes Apollo. I've never seen anybody move so fast. A year of experience, Athena, is the only way I can escape Cruci. Listen, something big's happened. I was at the mock trial when the police announced a body had been found on campus. That's right, and we're the ones who phoned it in. We found Professor Cord dead behind the witness stand over there. What? Can you show me? What the? We've already had a quick look at the body. It's definitely a homicide. Once the police get here... No, I know it's a homicide. I'm shocked because it's the same. Exactly the same. Whoa there, Apollo. Take a deep breath and explain what you mean. It's the same body, that is. It's just like how it was in the mock trial. What? It's like the mock trial? I know, it sounds crazy, but... The body's location and position, the murder weapon, the lack of pooling blood. It's all exactly like the mock trial. You're kidding, right? It can't really all be the same, can it? October 24th, Themis Legal Academy. 3rd floor, lecture hall.
The whole school's in an uproar. There won't be any more classes today.
A murder on campus? That's the last thing I expected at a legal academy.
I'll go tell Professor Means what we observed when we discovered the body. You two wait here until you've spoken with the police. Yes, boss.
I can't believe this is happening.
I can't believe we have to wait around here. I can't say still at times like this.
You can't say still, period.
I hope Junie hasn't faded from the shock of this whole thing. Athena. There you are. Junie, am I glad to see you? I was worried that... Don't worry about me. I'm student council president after all. I need to be strong. Student council president? Wow, I'm impressed. She's really changed. She used to be kind of sickly and shy. Now she's sickly and shy with power.
Juniper, was it? You mind if we ask you a few questions?
Yeah, we're stuck here waiting for the police, and there's really not much to do. Sure. What would you like to know? That's your attorney's badge, isn't it? I really envy you, you know. That gold sunflower really suits you. Thanks, but I know you'll make a fabulous judge someday, Junie. Thank you, but even if I become a judge, I'll never have one of those sunflower badges. Wait, so she only envies me for the badge?
Present everything.
Athena, you know it's against school rules for you to have such things in your possession. As student council president, I'm afraid I'll have to confiscate that. Hand over, please. But this is important evidence. Oh, well, then I suppose we can make an exception just this once. Wow, she's one tough law and order type president, all right.
Okay. Yeah, just take away planners.
Oh, that's... Hey, sorry, but I couldn't help reading it. You always were popular with the guys. That's not true. I was never. You just didn't realize it, but that made you even more irresistible. It's been 7 years, but I still remember how all the boys wanted to be near you.
I bet you used to get all excited when a guy handed you a love letter. And then got really bummed out when he'd say, "Could you give this to Juniper for me?"
How'd he know? I'm sure it was just a lucky guess, but why did it have to be Apollo of all people?
That's right! Yes! Finally! I'm not the most... I don't have the saddest love life here!
I haven't seen you in ages, Junie. What's it been, 7 years or so? Yes, and I remember how you were always there for me, Athena. Maybe it's just me, but I wanted to ask why you seem so distant. Remember how you used to call me Athena? I liked it better that way. It felt like we were sisters, you know. Yes, but I'm student council president now. And as student council representative of Themis Academy, I had to act properly. She was never this stiff and formal before. I knew you wanted to be a judge, but I didn't expect this. It's such a prestigious school, and you're in the judge's course to boot. Yes, and Professor Court has been in charge of it until, well, you know. All right, Professor Court was the professor in charge of Junie's course.
What sort of teacher was Professor Court?
If I had to sum her up in a single word, I'd say she was amazing. A judge always must seek the truth. That was her mantra, and she used it in trying to fix what was wrong with our school. She was a beacon of hope in this dark age of law. What's wrong with your school? What did you mean by that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Am I imagining things, or did I just detect something in Junie's voice? Professor Court chose my script for the mock trial. Oh, you mean all the students in the judge course had to submit a script? And yours was the one she selected? Wow, that's amazing, Junie. Thank you, but now Professor Court is... Oh, who would do such a thing? Just yesterday we were working together trying to get things ready. Excuse me. Sorry, that was a legit cough on my end. Are you alright, Junie? Maybe you should take it easy for a while. So she still got that cough. Guess she's not as strong as she pretends to be. Why do you need a script and a showdown between a lawyer and a prosecutor?
Well, we were signaling a trial, so we needed a script as a framework. All the details about the incident and the people involved are included in the script. We also prepared a crime scene, photos, a murder weapon, and other kinds of evidence.
Oh, my voice is giving out.
Wow, you guys think of everything! Must be hard getting all that ready!
Curse you, Marlon Rhymes! Curse the pirate voice!
Yes, well, it was only Professor Court and I. After all, we didn't want the script or other elements of the mock trial to get leaked. We were the only ones in the entire school who knew all the details.
Must have been a big pain in the... that must have been really difficult.
Yeah, I love the game. Even though it's M-rated, they're like, we gotta censor ass!
I wrote the script so that the case would go either way. That way, the defense and prosecution both had an equal chance of winning.
If you think that's all she's capable of, you got another thing coming!
Huh? Who said that? Oh, sorry. I thought Fulbright was coming on the scene.
Juniper's genius doesn't stop at her brilliant script.
Yeah! She gave an award-winning performance as the defendant man!
I think I found a rival to my courts of steel. Well, newsflash, there can only be one! I'm a bow, and I'm fine!
Oh my gosh.
You, Robin, are you going to introduce yourself to our guests? As student council president, I won't have you pestering them rudely.
You're right. I heard Mr. Wright was bringing a couple of guests with him. That would be you two, Apollo, Justice, and Athena Sykes.
Yep, I'm Athena Sykes.
And I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet you.
I'll pass on the handshake. I'm not touching your peasant hand. I'm saying to be a lawyer. The name's Hugh O'Connor. But some call me Mr. Perfect because I never score less than 100% on tests.
Most pretentious introduction ever.
And then Sebastian struts in.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Debeste. And what's with his hand? Is it glued to the inside of his pocket or what? Yeesh. Oh, tell me it's not one of those trick pockets that allows him to, canoodle himself. Let me be the first to apologize for you solely rude introduction. Sorry. Now here's my intro. I'm Robin Newman. I'm saying to be a prosecutor, like the really cool gun that nails the bad guys. No! Where's the sincerity?
So he
makes pottery too. And what's that bracelet contraption for? Junie sure has made some unusual friends.
These two were the lawyer and the prosecutor in today's mock trial. And even though I wrote the script, I also played the part of the defendant.
Final act in Toward Love Triangle centered on campus she-devil Juniper Woods, level-headed lawyer course genius, and hot-blooded prosecutor course student. We'll go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black heart. Wait, these two are the guys who supposedly have a thing for Junie?
Heh, Juniper, come on. Your role's way beyond that.
That's right! The mock trial's just the start. She's on the school festival's main event! Live on stage, Juniper Woods, and the crowd goes bananas! Woo!
I'm supposed to sing at the school festival. All the other girls weren't too embarrassed to try out, so...
My Junie singing on stage in front of people, wow, she really has changed. Okay, on that note, I think now would be a good time to end things off. Anyways, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do as you want. I got my outro botched. Anyways, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do as you want. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye.